Good evening and welcome to the high school portion of tonight's Honor Band concert. My name is Steve Anderson. I'm the band director here at beautiful Bend High School. And behind me is 111 of some of the finest high school musicians we have in Central Oregon. Okay, our guest conductor this year is Dr. Louis Norfleet from Central Washington University. And Dr. Norfleet has a great passion for teaching students music. And he does it with a great sense of humor. And I want to relate a story to you about yesterday's rehearsal. He was trying to get the band to do Marcato style. And at one point, he yells out, "Come on, you nerds, Marcato!" And everybody kind of laughed a little bit. But the important part here is he went on to define what a nerd is. The lesson behind the lesson. And I'll never forget this. He said, a nerd is someone who's excited about whatever they're doing currently. Whether it's playing a musical instrument, or playing a video game, or parenting, or even grandparenting. I think we could all be a little more like a nerd and take his advice. Just a passion for teaching kids music. Just a wonderful director. I'd like to plug his summer program at this time. He teaches a summer program at Central Washington University for high school kids and anybody who wants to learn to play a musical instrument. And it's in the summertime, and they have a jazz program and a concert band program. And it costs $1 trillion per kid to go, so start saving now. There goes the tattoo you guys are gonna get, right? Okay. But he's a wonderful director, and you'll see the music just flows through him and right into the students and right to your ears. He's a master conductor. So, please give a warm Central Oregon welcome to Dr. Louis Norfleet.
Okay, that was Kirkpatrick Fanfare. Wasn't that a fun little piece? That was great. We heard from Gabrielle Serro on penny whistle, and Sam Ellaby on oboe, Sarah Benton on bassoon, Greg Connor on tuba. What tune would be complete without a tuba solo? The next piece we're going to do is Ave Maria, and it's originally a choral piece. But before we get to that, let me just clarify the whole nerd thing real quick. Okay, listen, I told them nerds rule the world, and it's a fact. Okay, people who geek out on stuff and really get into it rule the world, and these people, they'll be rule the world soon. So everything will be okay, right? Yeah, it's going to be great. Okay, well, we've been just having a fantastic time working through this, and the next piece we're going to do, as I was mentioning, is called Ave Maria. It was originally written for chorus, this piece. And this is just a really beautiful setting for winds. And we have a few soloists in this piece too that start off the piece. We have Elizabeth Wienert on horn and Sarah Benton on bassoon. So I hope you enjoy Ave Maria. little fun in it. This is a not so well-known march by John Philip Sousa called The National Game. Sousa was an avid baseball fan, and his touring band actually had a little baseball team in it. And they like to play games against local community teams when they were traveling around the country. In fact, Sousa's little team band of baseball geeks or nerds, they played the first game of baseball ever in Paris. So there's your fun fact for the night. Obviously, baseball didn't catch on in France, but anyway, this piece is a lot of fun. He also ended up being friends with the commissioner of baseball back in the day. Sousa was kind of a celebrity. I wish he could have passed some of that to me. That would have been good. But in this tune, you're going to hear we've got some. We're going to serve up some. You'll see it. Okay, they're going to play some baseball with you. So this is the national game. You're going to hear from three soloists here: Sam Ellaby, Serena McCord, and Danny Little are all going to be soloists in the middle of this piece. So this is the national game. Not a bad, big hand for our back guys too. I think the guy in the bend hat wins. Noah. Before we play our last last piece of music, I just wanted to say thank you to the Central Oregon Music Educators Association who puts together this event and all the directors in the area. I was talking with Dave Syme about this event, and this has been going on for almost 50 years. Pretty incredible. And institutions like this are such a great thing to keep music education strong. And it's also really, I remember being in honor bands when I was in high school, and it's such a great thing to be able to come make music with other musicians. It's just a really exciting thing. Also wanted to say thank you to Steve Anderson. He was the host, the high school host, and we've been talking since October about all kinds of stuff, about the program and everything. So I wanted to say, let's give Steve Anderson a big round of applause for helping out. You have very dedicated teachers in this area, and I'm sure you know that. I'm sure they're getting paid the huge dollars to be here on a Friday night supporting your students, and they've sacrificed a ton for your kids. I'll tell a tiny little story, and I hope I don't embarrass him, but you know, Dan Judd is a longtime Washington band director back where I was, and then he came down here to Bend as well, and I asked Dan how long he was going to stay in the game. He's been teaching for a very long time, and you know what he said? He said, I don't know, I love working with the kids so much, they energize me so much, I just don't think I can give it up. He's just really, and all the teachers in the area are like that. So you're so lucky to have this. It's not like this everywhere, and maybe you don't travel around and see bands like I do in all parts of the Northwest and the country, but this is a really great thing. So let's have a big round of applause for all the teachers. And on that note, as parents and supporters of these programs, go in and see your band director and ask them if they need anything. I can say this because I'm not the band director here. So, you know what? They need stuff. They need help with doing things. Putting on and putting together these kind of programs, not just tonight, but the programs at your home schools takes a lot of work. And it takes a lot of work beyond just teaching. So if you feel so inclined and you love what your children are doing, go in and ask them if you can help with anything. They need stuff. They need people to do things. Anywhere from helping with music, changing batteries and microphones. It could be helping with instruments. Even if you have, my wife is also a band director. We're both trumpet players. Somehow we managed to get along. But we just moved to a new community in Ellensburg, Washington. So if you have like instruments at home and things like this that can help the music communities, just really help them out. They are a really dedicated group, and like I said, they really have a love for teaching your children. Programs like this are a treasure. They really are. And in the times when everybody's talking about STEM and all this stuff, those things are important, but the human experience is really important. More important than anything you could learn in a book. So, and this is one of the places where we get to enjoy that. So treasure this thing that you have. It's really wonderful. And finally, I just wanted to say a public thank you to the students. The directors invited me here. They don't know me from anyone, and they were incredible. Just right, our whole, what are we on? Batteries. We're on like our 38th hour together or something. And they've come such a long way and been really fantastic. They were really flexible. And the amazing thing about music and all the students here is they want to be, it's a unique environment. And we all know this because when we go to our jobs, not everyone wants to be as good as they can. And not everyone's trying to be better. You know what I'm talking about. But that's not what this is. Everyone here is striving to be the best version of themselves, and it's a really, really special thing. So I just wanted to say thank you for the trust and all the great times. Garrett, thanks. All right, we learned a lot about our friends in the horn section this week, or in the last 2 days. So thank you very much. Let's have another big round of applause for the students. Okay, we're going to finish the program tonight with a piece called Pushta. It's a lot of fun. It's a collection of gypsy dances. The lights aren't going to turn out, so don't worry. Nothing funny's going to happen with the gypsies or anything. But there are a number of soloists in this piece. That was a really cool piece, by the way. We have, and if I mispronounce these names, I'm sorry, but Scott Nonweiler on trumpet. We have Josh Parr on trumpet, Carson Dedman on clarinet, Serena McCord on flute, Sam Ellaby on oboe. Am I forgetting anyone? Did I get everybody worked in? Good. Just this is a really fun piece. It's in 4 movements, so we'll pause in between each movement. But if you get excited, you can clap. All right. So thank you very much. It's been a joy to be down here in Bend, and this is our final piece, Hushta.